In a small town, tucked into the corner of an antique shop, sat an old wooden doll. Its face was carved with unsettling precision, its painted black eyes glossy and unblinking. The doll had no name, but the shopkeeper called it the Whispering Doll. The shopkeeper never kept it on display for long. Whenever it was purchased, the buyer would inevitably return, pale and trembling, insisting on giving it back. The shopkeeper would always accept, placing the doll back on its high shelf, where it seemed to stare down at him with silent disdain. One day, a woman named Claire entered the shop. She was drawn to the doll, her fingers brushing against its cold wooden surface. Despite the shopkeeper's hesitation, she insisted on buying it. "It's just a doll," she said with a laugh. What could possibly be wrong with it? That night, Claire placed the doll on a shelf in her bedroom. As she drifted off to sleep, she thought she heard faint whispers, too soft to make out. She dismissed it as her imagination, but the next morning, she woke to find the doll sitting on her bedside table. Claire froze. She was certain she had left it on the shelf. Shaking off her unease, she returned the doll to its spot and went about her day. The whispers grew louder that night. They sounded like words now, but distorted and fragmented, as if spoken underwater. Claire barely slept. When she awoke, the doll was closer. This time, perched on the edge of her bed, terrified, she decided to get rid of it. She drove to a nearby lake, hurled the doll into the water, and watched as it sank into the dark depths. Relieved, she returned home, convinced the nightmare was over. But when she opened her bedroom door that evening, the doll was waiting for her, sitting in the center of her bed. Its painted lips, once frozen in a neutral line, were now curved into a faint, menacing smile. The whispers began again, louder than ever. This time, they were clear. "You can't get rid of me." Claire's scream echoed through the house, but no one heard her. The next morning, her neighbor found the house eerily quiet. The only thing out of place was the doll, now sitting in the front window, its painted eyes glinting in the sunlight, and its wooden lips stretched into a chilling grin.